First of all, I want to say thank you to the city of Winnipeg. Even though I played 23 seasons, I've been around as long as some soap operas. Because some soap operas you love and you also hate the show. I'm humbled today because it's my hedge of protection, my Father in heaven who have protected me to play 23 years. The hedge of protection for my family to come up here safely. To be able to play in front of all the fans across the CFL. To be nominated with all these great players. I want to thank you for welcoming me into a special club. A club that takes dedication, excellence, a level of sacrifice, not only as an individual, but as a team, collectively. Our desire is actually go out there and win championships. Well, I heard something about commitment. It says, I believe that life is constantly testing us for our levels of commitment, and life's greatest rewards are reserved for those who demonstrate a never-ending commitment to act until they achieve. I want to thank my parents today. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad and mom. They were the first ones who said, Damon, you can do anything you want if you just put your mind to it, dedication, hard work to it. But there was times he used to take us to work. And my father was in construction. He used to work us to death, not feed us. And he would say words as life lessons. Is this what you want to do in life? Well, you know that answer, because even all my brothers, with all the contract and license my father have, we can't even build a doghouse right now. But without all that, I can't do this alone. And I knew I couldn't do it alone. I had great mentors. From the great Jackie Parker, who was my first coach, to Ronnie Lancaster, to the great Warren Moon. He was the first one who introduced me to the Canadian Football League in 1982 when they had the first strike and they started showing Eskimo games. That's when I was first introduced to the Canadian Football League, because I had followed Warren Moon. To my first coach, offensive coach, Steve Goldman, who taught me the game. And I believe he taught me so well that I was able to use it at every team I went to. And then all the great players that you play with. I thank you for challenging me, pushing me to a different level. Because excellence is something not given. To me, it was the norm. And excellence can be achieved if you care more than others think is wise. You risk more than others think is safe. You dream more than others think is practical. And you expect more than others think is possible. Those are the fundamental aspects of who I was growing up. And some of my greatest mentors always will be my brothers playing in our backyards. And that's when I first learned to play the game of football, or even learned to even be competitive. The Canadian Football League's been good to me. The many teams that I play for, they're all special. The fans are special. I've always wanted to entertain, regardless of what city that we went to. The Bombers have been pretty tough. And you may assume that I played in the air with leather helmets. I played against Ty. I played against Milt Stegall. I think they learned something from both of them because Milt talks too. and Ty talks too. And I can appreciate being in Winnipeg on this Hall of Fame evening, the fact that all the introductions are all Winnipeg Blue Bombers, seem like. And you speak so highly and kind to each one of those guys. But that's what the Canadian Football League is all about. We have stand on the shoulders of so many great people and fans who care for you. But if you don't hear nothing else from me tonight, I want you to hear these last words. I said on the screen that I play this game for my family. From every yard, every pass I've thrown, for every hit I've endured, I have done it for my family. And as I speak to you today, as much fun I've had on the field, they have always been my greatest inspiration. Mom, Dad, my brothers, my sister, my children that are here present today. That's what it's all about. So I accept this award on behalf of every member of my family. Every single member. Because without them, it wasn't really worth it to go out there and compete at such a level that you sacrifice your body, that you're willing to die on the field. Not only for yourself, but your family and what you represent, or the cities that you represent, or your teammates that you represent on the field. I did it for my family. I played this game for my family. And just like a young kid that you see playing in the sandbox, and when it's time to go, he leaves the sandbox kicking and screaming. That's how I love playing the game of football. And my greatest mentors, like I said before, it's always been my brothers, because they taught me how to play the game. From the streets of San Diego to the backyard with floodlights, playing mud football, playing aluminum can baseball, playing against other streets, because we lived on Winston Drive. This is what the game is all about. And my focus has never been on trying to make it to the Hall of Fame. It's always been about winning, and a level of commitment and an excellence about what you do on the football field. And understand that we're entertainers. And I hope that I've entertained the people of Winnipeg, CFL fans all across the CFL. Thank you so much.